Hello students, good afternoon. I hope all of you are fine. In our previous lectures, we have discussed our unit 5, correct? Today, we are going to discuss our unit 6 poem, that is Hevatha. What is Hevatha? Okay, what we will do? I will read first, then I will explain it to you. Then we will go for exercise. Fine? Okay. So, before we start, do you know the language of birds, animals? No, I don't think so. We don't know, right? We are not able to communicate with it, correct? So here, Hevatha was able to communicate with them. He learned that languages, right? So we should also learn that, right? So let's see the poem. Yes, Hevatha. Okay, so here you see, before the poem starts, there is some description about Hevatha. So let's discuss that also. Hevatha was a young red Indian boy. He lived with his old grandmother Nokomis in a wigwam. Nokomis taught Hevatha about the wonders around them. She told him about the stars, the trees, the insects, the birds, the animals, and many other things. Hevatha grew up to love them all. He could talk to the birds and the animals, and they to him. Okay, and let's read further poem also. Then the little Hevatha learned of every bird's its language, learned their names and all their secrets, how they build their nests in summer, when they where they hide themselves in a winter. Talked with them whenever he met them, called them Hevatha's chickens. Then of all beasts he learned the language, learned their names and all their secrets, how the beavers build their lodges, where the squirrels hide their corns, how the reindeer ran so swiftly, why the rabbit was too timid. Talked with them whenever he met them, called them Hevatha's brother. You can see this Hevatha boy is there. He's talking with a rabbit, birds. You can see reindeer, right? So let's discuss the our poem. Okay. So here Hevatha was a young red Indian boy. He lived with his old grandmother Nokomis in a wigwam. So you might be wonder about the wigwam. What does it mean, right? So let me show you the meaning of wigwam. A cone-shaped tent made and lived in. So you might have seen in a forest. You can see here also you see this is the you see this one is a tent, right? Triangle shaped tent. So that we call it as a wigwam. Okay. So who was Hevatha? Hevatha was a young red Indian boy with whom he used to live with his old grandmother, right? Whose what name is her? That is Nokomis. Nokomis taught Hevatha about the wonders around them. So Nokomi, Hevatha's grandmother, taught Hevatha about the nature in his surround. That is wonders, right? So she taught him about all the things, how animal are living, how tree and plants are there, all the like that way. She taught him. Okay. She told him about the star, the trees, the insect, the birds, the animals, and many other things. So I already told you what she told. She told him about the star. In the sky, you might have seen a star. So all the trees, all the different and insects, the birds, the animals. So all of them about she taught to Hiawatha. Okay, so many things she taught. Hiawatha grew up to love them all. Hiawatha was loving all the tree, birds, animal, all of them. He was doing love, right? He could talk to the birds and the animal, they to him. So Hiawatha learned that how to talk with the birds and animals. So now he can talk with them and they can talk with Hiawatha. It is like that way. Okay. So let's discuss our further part of the poem, that is, then the little Hiawatha learned of every bird its language. Okay. That little Hiawatha learned all the bird language. We don't know, right? We should learn. We should communicate with bird. If you, how you can learn that? You need to love the birds. Then they will come to you and you can talk whichever their language is. Learn their names and all their secrets. Hiawatha learned all the birds' name and their secret, whatever the secrets they have. How they build their nest in a summer, where they hide themselves in a winter. Hide means not to show, like where no one can see. So Hiawatha learned their names, all the birds, and whatever the secrets they have, that also Hiawatha learned. And he learned that in the summer, how they are preparing or building their nest, where they stay, their home, how they are build that. About that he learned. Okay, and also he learned that where they are hiding in a winter, right? So in a nest they are hiding in a winter. That also he learned. Talked with them whenever he met them. Called them Hiawatha's chickens. So whenever Hiawatha meets those birds, what he does? He does talk with them. He do talks with them, right? Whenever Hiawatha is meeting those birds. And what our poet tells about that, what is the those birds are there? That is Hiawatha's chickens. That way our poet has described. Okay, let's see further. Yes. Of all beasts he learned the language, learned their name and all their secret. How the beavers build their lodges, where the squirrel hide their corns. So lodges also, you know, where they stay, beavers. Teamed might be new words for you. We'll discuss all the words now, not to worry. Okay. So of all the beasts, he learned the language. So beast means here what it says, that is animals. Okay. Beast means different animals. So Hiawatha learned their names and their secret also and their language. Hiawatha learned their secret language also and their names also, those animal, that means beast. Okay. How the beavers build their lodges. How the beaver has prepared their build his home. That's what we are talking about. If you want to see the meaning, beavers, that is an animal with smooth fur, sharp teeth and large flat tail. That we call it as a beavers, right? That is one kind of animal who has a smooth fur and sharp teeth and a large flat tail. Okay. Acorns is there, that we have seen, that is an oval nut that grows on a oak tree, on an oak tree, and has an outer part shaped like a cup. Okay, that we call it as a acorn. So let's see further. Yeah, here. So Hiawatha learned how beaver build their lodges, that is mean their home, where the squirrel hide their acorns. Acorns, I have told you already, that is a fruit of a oak tree which has a cup shape. Like this way, it is a shape will be there. Okay, like cup shape, like this way. Okay, and here in the top side like this way it will be there. This kind of cup shape, I think yes, in our image it is not there, but I have showed you how it is, what shape it looks like. Okay, so this kind of cup shape fruit of oak tree, we call it as a acorn, right? So Havada got to know why that squirrel is hiding that acorns there and where it is hiding. Okay, how the reindeer ran so swiftly. So reindeer, what is the meaning of reindeer? Deer, you know the meaning. Okay, so reindeer is a type of deer with a large horn that lives in a northern parts of Europe, Asia, and North America. So in the North America and different parts of Asia, that the deer which has a long this kind of a, right, this kind of a horns, right, that we call it as a horns. Okay, this part we call it as a horns. So that kind of horns are there, that kind of deer we call it as a reindeer, right? So Hevatha understood, learned the secret of why so swiftly that reindeer is moving. Okay, and also why the rabbit was so timid. Timid means very fast or like that way. Okay, timid means shy and nervous, without much confidence, easily frightened. You know, a rabbit can easily frighten, right? If you go for a catch, it will run far, right? So that meaning is a timid. Okay, so why the rabbit was timid? That also, that secret also Hevatha learned. Talked with them whenever he meet them, call them Hevatha's brother. Okay, call them Hevatha's brother. So all the animals are there. Whenever he meets them also, he talks with them. Right? They also talks with him. And Hevatha, what are those animals are there? Whatever the animals are there in our poem, poet says those animal as a Hevatha's brother. What they call Hevatha's brother. And who wrote this poem now? That is H.W. Longfellow. Who wrote it? H.W. Longfellow. The poem is written by H.W. Longfellow. Okay, so here, if what you learn in the poem, you know, Hevatha was able to talk with all the birds and animals. He used to love them. So we also should love all the our nature, birds, animal. We should not be enemy with them. Okay, we should love those birds, animals, all of them, right? Yes, that we, and we should try. We should try to communicate with them. Okay, we should talk with them. Like that way, they also will be happy, and you also will get happy. Okay, and the new words are there that we have learned. You can see wigwam, beavers, acorns, reindeer, timid. All of this we have learned, right? So you can see here, I have already wrote the meaning of also of them. You can see wigwam, beavers, acorns, reindeer, timid. All of the meaning I have already explained and I have written also here. So that you need to remember also. Okay. So here our poem parts and let's go for the exercise. Who was Hevatha? Hevatha was an Indian boy, right? Who was Nokomis? That is Hevatha's grandmother. What did he learn about the birds? All the secret and their languages. What secret did he learn about the beast? That why beavers, how beavers has built their lodge. Then second was reindeer, why smoothly. Squirrel is hiding acorns. And last one was a rabbit, why he was frightened. That means sting. So all of this secret of them, secret of beast, Hevatha learned, right? So that we can write in a proper way. That is, who was Hevatha? Hevatha was a young little red Indian Boy, that is the first line of our poem, right? Who was Nokomis? That is second line. Nokomis was a Hevatha's old grandmother. What did he learn about the birds? That Hevatha learned the language of the birds. Due to this, he learned many things about birds, such as their names and secret, how they build their nest in a summer, where they hide themselves in a winter. So all of this thing about birds, Hevatha learned, that we already discussed in our poem, right? I have already told all of this. So this way you can give an answer. Okay. Let's go the fourth one. That is what secret did he learn about the beast? Hevatha learned the language of beast. Due to this he learned many things about the beasts, such as their names and secrets, how beavers build their lodges, where the squirrels hide their acorns, right? And how the reindeer ran so swiftly, and why was the rabbit so timid? All of the things Evatha learned about the beast, right? That we already discussed in our poem, right? A fourth question was our second page phrase is there, and the third question describes our first phrase, and above there is a paragraph that discuss our who was Evatha, who was Nokomis. All the answer are itself in a poem that I have already explained you, right? Okay, let's go for the listen it. Let's listen. Whisper a secret in your partner's ear. The partners will in turn whispers his secret in your ear. So here we are not with our school, right? So this exercise you can do with your friends near to your home. Tell about your secret to him or he or her, and he or she will tell her secret or his secret to you. Like that we try to communicate. Okay, you can see in the image that girl says, I have seen a bee with a fractured knee, right? And second one is there, that is a boy is telling that I have seen a whale with a polka dot tail. You can see, like that way they have shared their secret. Now talk about the secret aloud. Okay, then we can discuss secret in a loud. Then Chinese whisper. What it is Chinese whisper? So let's see. Form a circle and whisper a secret into the ear of the person on your right. He in turn whisper into the ear of the person on the right. Pass the secret on till it goes around the circle. The last person will tell you the secret aloud. Is the secret the same as what the first child had whispered? So in this game, that is a Chinese whisper. What we need to do, here we cannot do this exercise. So suppose you are at home and you are with your few friends, so all of you together you sit with in a circle. Okay, tell your friend your secret in a ear, that is whisper. Okay, then that secret he or she will pass to the next one. Okay, continuously do until the last person comes in a circle. From here you will start. Suppose you have told to him, then he will tell to her, right? And she will tell to him. Then again this way. Then this last person will tell you the secret loudly. Okay, he will tell loudly the secret, and we should know, we should identify whether that is the secret you have told or a different secret is there. Okay, that is the game. Try it with your friend and have some fun with. Okay, then let's talk. Do you think that Hevatha liked learning new language? Yes, I think so, because he loves the all birds and animal. Hevatha called the birds chickens and the beast brothers. What do you think this shows? That he loves both, right? Do birds have a secret? Yes. Do you know the secret language of any animal? No, I don't know. If you know, that is fine. You can write yes also. Tell the class about it. You can share your experience with the in a class. Okay. So let's see how can write that. Hevatha liked learning new languages. Yes, Hevatha liked learning new language, right? Hevatha called the birds chickens and beast brothers. What do you think it shows? That this shows that Hevatha was kind and loving towards birds and beasts. He considered them his family members, right? He is loving to them. That's what we wrote here. So we can write in a proper way that this shows that Hevatha was kind and loving towards the birds and beasts. He considered them his family members. Do birds have a secret? Yes, birds do have a secret that we discuss in our poem also. You can identify it. Okay. So here question D is there. Yes, this one. Okay. Do you know the secret language of any animal? Tell the class about it. So this is a practical question. We need to discuss in a class. So here we cannot do. So I have not wrote the solution of it. Okay. If you know the language, that is good. If you don't know, that is also fine. If you know, then we need to share with the class. So here we cannot share that, so let's skip it. Okay, now say aloud: squirrel, squirrel, queen, quit, quill, quit, quit, quality. Right? Squirrel, squirrel, queen, quick, quill, quilt, quit, quality. So try to pronunciation all the words. All are starting with a Q, right? Squirrel, 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 queen, quick, quill, quilt, quilt, quit, quality. So how it is rhyming, that you learn. Okay, try to pronunciate with your mouth. Okay, you try to speak those words and be habitual to say loudly. Okay. Now in this first exercise says use word beginning with H. This H word is there that we need to use. Sound like hat, house, hand, hide, horse, heart, land, hand, sorry, hand, okay, etc. So make a pair of words, one as a describing word and one as a naming word. Naming word, you know, that means a noun, right? A person, an animal. So that we need to write. Like you can see the example: happy Hevatha, hungry hippopotamus, high horse, heavy hand. Right? So here, what exercise we have to do? That we have wrote one word, describing word with a H, and one naming word with a H we have wrote here. So same way we need to write. So I have wrote it here. Active hand, new head, kind heart, beautiful house. H, hand, head, heart, house, right? So that way you can write. Okay. Okay. This is a very easy examples. Okay. Question number 2. Have you seen? So whether we have seen all the things in a question, yes or no, we need to give answer. A hippopotamus in a head. No, we haven't seen, right? A hen in a beehive. No, that also we have not seen. A horse drinks honey. No, that also I haven't seen. A helicopter with hair like that. Oh no, that also I haven't seen. So all of these things I have not seen. So I have wrote no for the all, right? So this way you can give answer no, no and no. I haven't not seen all the things which is happening. Okay, in this. So that way you can give answer. Now let's share. Make a story of the poem and share it with your friends. You can change Hevatha's name and give the name of your classmate. Start the story which other children can continue. You could begin like this. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Hemant, right? So like that way we need to write the story. Okay. So I have made one story. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Rakesh. He lived with his grandmother. She told him the stories of animals. He learned the language of animals. He became aware of their names and secret. He came to know about many things about birds. He learned how they build their nest in a summer, where they go in a winter. About the beast, he learned how beasts build their houses, where the squirrel hide their food, how the deer ran so swiftly, why the rabbit was so thin. Rakesh called birds and beasts chickens and brothers respectively. Whenever he met them, he used to talk to them in their language. So, in our poem also, these things only happening, right? In the place of Hevatha, we have wrote the name our friend. You can write your friend name. I have wrote Rakesh. So, like that way, you can create a story. We need to create the story of the poem, right? From poem, whatever the things we learn, that we need to write here with in a story way. Okay. So same thing about the poem that I wrote. What was there in a poem that once upon that is one boy was a red Indian boy. He used to live with his grandmother and she taught him about the secret of birds and beast and around right around the things whatever is there. She taught him. Then he learned about the language of birds and beast. All those things he learned right. So same way we need to write here. Nothing is difficult at all. Just we are writing in a story, right? Like a big answer. So write it this way. Then what is the next? That is let's write. This is a park where children talk to different animal and birds. Okay. Suppose one park is there this kind of where the children talks with the birds and animal. Write 4 sentences about the picture. So in the pictures you see are there, birds are there, reindeer are there, ducks are there, and squirrels are there, and one boy is there. So all of this thing about we need to write 4 sentences. Okay, and we need to use capital letter whenever it is required and complete the sentences punctuation. So we need to maintain with a quality that is first letter will start with a W, sorry, capital letter, right? And we need to maintain the punctuations also. So we need to write here in a space 4 lines about this picture. Also we need to color this picture so that you can do at your home. Okay, sorry for this. Yes, here. Okay, right. So let's see what we can write here. See, I have wrote four sentences. Several birds and animals are sitting around her. So suppose this is a girl. Okay, so I wrote her. The girl is talking to them. Everyone appears in a happy mood, right? So these three things I have identified in the picture. So if you identify other things that a bird is sitting on her, like that way you can write. And if not is there, we need to color these pictures. Okay, with your suitable color, whatever the color you like, with that you need to color it. Okay, that is fine. Okay, so shall we go for the next? Yes, we can go for the next exercise. So what it is? Where do the following live? Bird live in a tree, rabbit live in a hole, beaver live in a lodge, right? So all of this answer you can give easily if you know where they are living. So let me show you the answer how to write it. Birds live in a nest. Sorry, in a tree there will be nest, right? So there they will live. In our poem itself explains that birds live in a nest and rabbit live in a underground groves or warrens. Okay, so some hole will be there small, in that rabbit lives. Beavers live in a made in a pond, some ponds lodges. Beavers live in a lodges made in a ponds. Okay, whenever in the pond there will be lodges are there, in that beaver lives. So this way you can write the answer where who are living. Correct? Like we are living in a house. Like that way birds lives in a nest, and like that way you can give answer also. So let's go further. Describe Evatha, his home and friends in 10 lines. So we need to describe about Hevatha and his friends. Okay, we need to write down some paragraph. That is, Hevatha was a young red Indian boy, right? He lived with his old grandmother Nokomis in a wigwam. Hevatha learned to love birds and animal from his grandmother. He used to talk to them whenever he met them. Birds and animal also loved him and talked to him. All birds and animals were his friends. He learned their languages, their names, and all their secrets. Right? All of these things we have discussed in a poem itself. Correct? So this one it is there, and then he called the birds Hevatha's chickens and the animals Hevatha's brother. Right? See, whatever we have understood in the poem, that we wrote here, right? Nothing else we have wrote here. Whatever the in a poem I have explained, that's what is written here. Correct? And the fourth question is what did Hevatha love? Hevatha loved all things around him, such as a star, the trees, the insect, the birds, the animal, and many other things, right? Correct. This way you can give answer about the four. What did Hevatha love? So those things I have already mentioned here. You see, Hevatha loved all the things around him, such as the star, the trees, the insect, the birds, the animal, and many other things. Correct? Yes. So those things he loved. Okay. Now match A and B. Write the complete sentence below. So here in A portion, whenever, whoever, wherever, this three is given, and in a B, I go, I have friends, I am hungry, I eat, comes first wins. So we need to write with appropriate selection. Okay. So whenever I am hungry, I eat. Wherever I go, I have a friend. Whoever comes first wins, right? Correct. That way is the correct answer you can write. So let me show you that also. You can see here, whenever I am hungry, I eat. Whoever comes first wins. Wherever I go, I have a friends, right? So that way you can combine those. Okay. Whenever means anytime. If you know the meaning anytime, what you can do? I go, that is wrong, right? I am hungry, that is fine. That is the correct meaning, correct matching, correct. So that way you can connect all these things correctly. Let's see further. That is, complete the following stories by using any appropriate word from the box given below. So in a box, my, his, he, yours is given. Okay. So we need to write, we need to complete this phrase with these pronouns, right? These are the pronouns, my, his, he, or yours. So wherever the proper correct pronoun comes, that we need to write. Ram was a farmer, right? So who indicates Ram? He can indicate, right? He will be the pronoun for Ram. So what can be the here answer? He wanted to sell goats and sheep. Who wanted to sell goat and sheep? That is a Ram. So what here third person will be there? That is his. So here we can write he, and here you can write his. I will show you the correct way answer, but I am just showing roughly. So he went to the market. So Ram want to sell those things, so he went to the market. There he sold all his animal to a rich man and got a lot of money. When he was going back to his village, three thieves stopped him. Stop, give us all your money. Ram was very clever. He said, I will give my money to them, to the strongest of you. On hearing this, the thieves started fighting amongst themselves and Ram slipped away quietly. So here, there, sold all animal. Who sold? That is Ram sold. So he will be the correct one. So here will come he. Okay. Then sold all. Whose animal is sold? His. Right. So here will come his. And got lot of money when he was going to back to his village. Whose village? That is Ram's village. That is his village. Three thieves stopped him. Stop, give us all. Whose money? Ram. That is your, right? Sorry. So here will come your. And then Ram was very clever. He said, I will give whose money? My money, right? My money to the strongest one. And then they are fighting fighting with each other, and Ram slipped away. So let me show you the correct way how you can write. You can see here Ram was a farmer. He wanted to sell his goats and sheep. So he went to the market. There he sold all his animal to rich men and got a lot of money. Sorry. When he was going back to his village, three thieves stopped him. Stop, give us all your money. Ram was very clever. He said, I will give my money to the strongest of you. On hearing this, the thieves started fighting amongst themselves. Ram slipped away quietly. Right? So this way you can fit the pronoun correctly. If you know the pronoun in English too, then you can easily give this answer. So try to learn this. Here also, in this also, sitting on a tree, a crow was enjoyed a piece of birds. Who is enjoying? This crow is enjoying, right? A hungry fox wanted to have that bread. This fox wants that bread. Who said? He said, right? He said very sweetly, dear brother, I have heard that your voice is very sweet. Whose voice? Crow, right? Sorry. That fox said. To whom? To whom that fox said? That is a crow. So your voice is very sweet. Please sing a song for me. The foolish crow opened his beak and the piece of bread fell down. The fox picked it up in his mouth and ran away. So like that way you can finish the story, right? So let me show you how to write it. Sorry, yes, you see, sitting on tree, crow was enjoying a piece of bread. Okay, the crow was there, he was enjoying that piece of bread. Then one fox comes there, so he wanted that bread. So fox, we can write he, right? It is a male person, masculine gender, right? So that is a fox we can indicate with a he. So he said very sweetly, dear brother, I have heard that your voice is very sweet. To whom he said? That is a crow. So that is third person is talking. So your will be the correct one. Your voice is very sweet. Please sing a song for me. The foolish crow opened his beak. Who is opening? His. That is a crow. Crow is opening beak and the piece of bread fell down. The fox picked it up in his mouth and ran away. Who here picked that bread? That is a fox. So fox we can write as a his mouth and ran away. Correct? Yes. So let's see further. That is here. Some words have a similar sound. See here, bow, bow, tail, tail, two, two, right, right, here, here, no, no, thrown, thrown, throw, thrown, thrown, principal, principal. So you can see the pronunciation are same, but which one is the appropriate with the sentence? Correct one that we need to write here. The bird sits on a bow or bow. Where they sits? Think of it. See, I can give you answer. I am going to give you, but I want to think about it. So where they sit? in a bow or bow? Which one? First one or second one? No? Okay. So let me tell you the answer about it. Where they do that thing? That is a bow. That is, if you know the tree part, then you can give the answer. This is a branch. You can see here in the image also. The squirrel has a long tail, right? This tail will be the correct one. I have to live at a 2, right? 2 is the correct one. Second one. This sum is this sum is a right? Correct. Right will be the correct one. I can the bird song. What you can do here? Yeah, you can listen that. So here will first one will be the correct one. Do you a secret? So no. Do you know is wrong. This one is a no. Means you have a knowledge about it. And the king sit on the throne or throne. So which one is the correct one? That is a throne, right? That is a Raja sits on that. That is a throne. Not this one. This one is a which we can hurt us. That is a throne, a rose throne, right? Throne means you are throwing something. That is a thrown. Past participle of throw. He is our school principal, right? So principal, which one is principal is one law, and one principal, that is a principal, that is a our school principal. So this way you can give all the answer. So let me show you. You can see here. Yes, the bird sits on a bow. The squirrel has a long tail. I have to live at a 2. This sum is right. I can hear the bird song. Do you know a secret? The king sits on a throne. He is our school principal. So this way you can write the answer. So now let's go for the spelling words of the today. Fruit. So in your home you are eating a fruits, right? So what we can say, the soft part containing a seed that is produced by a plant. Many types of fruit are sweets and can be eaten. That we call it as a fruit. Then comes a gain. So something you are getting, that we call it as a gain. You are gaining a knowledge in the class. What you are getting? You are getting a knowledge, right? So that you are gaining. So to get something that is useful, that gives you advantage, that we call it as a gain. Okay. Okay. Now further is a garden. So you know the meaning of garden. A piece of land next to and belonging to house where flowers and other plants are grown. Gasoline. Gasoline is one kind of fuel. Refined petroleum used as a fuel for internal combustion engine, right? So in our bike also petrol is there. So that we call it as a gasoline. Gather. Gather means when to collect several things, often the different place or people, that we call it as a gather. So we will gather in our school assembly, right? That assembly hall, that we can make a sentence. So that is a gather means collecting or several things or often different people and places. Gentle means politely, calm, kind or soft. Giant means an imaginary creatures in our story which is very high, tall, strong, and usually very cruel. Cruel means very danger, right? In a children's story, so that we call it as a giant. Giant means very big. A glance means to give a quick, short look. Something you are learning shortly, right? In a short things we are telling you, that we call it as a glance. Gold. Gold means you know the chemical precious thing, right? Which we use in a jewelry or coins, making a jewelry and coins, which is a yellow color and shiny and valuable. That we call it as a gold. Grandfather, the father of a person's mother or father, like your father's father or your mother's father, we call it as a grandfather. Correct? So here we have finished our story, sorry, poem, right? So in homework you need to write down all the new words 5 times and spelling words also 5 times. One time in your notebook you need to write down all the exercise, write wherever space is there, write in your notebook. In your notebook you write, and in the textbook wherever space is there you can write. So kindly maintain your notebook. Okay, in next class we will discuss our story. Thank you.